Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? How are you, friends? Good to see you. I hope that your day has been brilliant. Today has been like manic. I literally just got in and just threw my coat off. It's been a manic day. I feel exhausted, but at the same time, like, yes. Hey, Jamie. Thanks for joining. I've got so much done today. It's been a really good day, really productive. I still have one more meeting for today online at 11:40. Hey Shelley, thanks for joining. Where I'm going to be discussing. Why did it do that? Well, I'm going to be discussing some treats and different things. And tomorrow I have some meetings and conversations that I'm going to be having. Hey Angela, thanks for joining. With somebody who I'm interviewing as part of the course for you guys in September. Hey Progress, thanks for joining. So I'm super excited about everything that I've got planned for the rest of this week. The website's almost done. I'm still finishing off one little bit on it that I want to do. Well, there are two little bits on it that I want to do. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I don't like producing anything until I'm really happy with it completely. So I'm super excited. I hope that you guys like the website. I'd love your feedback on it. So today the theme has been We Work Wednesday. So today's all about crushing our task, starting to take action, doing things. Shelley, I'm so sorry if it keeps on pausing or cutting out. It's because I'm getting these wretched pop-ups that keep on happening up on my phone since I've kind of upgraded the phone system, the software, and it says, oh, there's a new updated version. Well, I click that, and since I've done that, I keep on getting these wretched pop-ups. So I need to re-download McAfee on it. Anyway, I digress. So today's about We Work Wednesday. It's all about the wonderful work that you're doing and the steps that you're taking and the progress that you're making towards becoming independent. And I've seen some posts this week by a couple of people, Jen and Shelley. Shout out to both of you because they've really started taking a step towards independence. So I really just want to shout you out and congratulate you both for taking such a brilliant and brave step towards independence and starting to live your dream life, because it doesn't have to be a dream, it can be completely reality. Hey Joan, thanks for joining. And so yeah, I just want to give a shout out to, and I guess the reason why as well I really just want to highlight them both is because I know that taking the step can be scary for a lot of people. For me, I didn't think about it even once, let alone twice, about becoming independent. I just jumped both feet in, straight into it, and just went for it, and didn't really think about consequences or anything like that. I'm a bit of a daredevil like that. And so, I just did it. But I know for a lot of people, they're really cautious. They've got lots of questions, lots of worries about becoming independent, the how and everything like that. And so I just want to encourage those of you that might still be nervous to take encouragement from Jen and Shelley and even Sylvia, who's part-time independent. I think we've got a couple of other people here that are semi-independent or fully independent. Just take encouragement from that there are people around you, people like me, that are living proof that you can be full-time independent and love it. Thanks so much for shouting me out. Hiya. And so it's completely possible for you to kind of do what you want to do, which is become independent. And really, like the bumper sticker in the in this in this group suggests, you can live and practice independently on your terms. And so I'm so excited. Shelley says, you sound great. Yes, I've launched June 1st in private practice. Woo! However, I'm simultaneously building and actively doing it. Yes. And that, you know what, Shelley, that's what's going to happen. That is absolutely what is going to happen. You're never going to have it completely right first time. When you do have all the nuts and bolts together, it will evolve, it will change as your clients' needs change. And as you start to learn different things about their needs and the space as kind of time goes on and society changes, you're going to need to keep up and be adaptable. And we're good at doing that. We know what it means to do that. And so that's not going to be an issue for us at all. So I have every faith that you're going to do great things. What else are you saying? I now question why I didn't do it sooner. Highly recommended. Private practice work is so energizing, rewarding, engaging, and motivating. Yes, 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 absolutely, it is. It is all of those things and more. It is a pleasure. I bet, Shelley, that you do not dread Monday mornings anymore, right? You don't have the nervous pangs on a Sunday and think like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? You know, I've got to go to work the next day. Oh, I don't want to go. You know, you don't have those kind of days because you're motivated and you're excited about what each new day is going to bring. And so it is super, super exciting running your own business. And, you know, so there are days where, you know, you're kind of like so tired and, oh my God, you've got a lot of work to do and there's such a long task and you may not be in a position, not in a position to have staff like I am now. And so, you know, it was all on me. And so I sometimes think like, oh my God, this list is so long. Am I ever going to get through it? But when you're working hard for you. You're working hard for you. You're seeing the benefits of all that effort that you're putting in and the rewards that you're putting in when you see your clients and how, you know, they're progressing and things are happening that are positive for them. So yeah, Angela, well done, Shelley, or any other day for that matter. Angela said absolutely, or any other day, yeah, because it's not just Mondays, but Monday is usually the one that we dread the most. But yeah, any other day that you dread or hate having to go in. Shelley says, well, I'm starting part-time private practice and work for an agency due to financial constraints, but it's still so amazing. I agree. I'm eager to build it and become fully independent. Brilliant. Yes, it's a start. Do you know what? Even if you're halfway independent, it is such a start because you are getting a taste for what it's like. And that will only encourage you and motivate you even more to keep going forward because you've had a taste of it. And you'll learn as well so much that you're gonna be able to put that into whatever you're providing for your clientele and for your service your service users. So I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for Jen as well. And she's super excited because I know when she first came into the group, she was really fretting and talking about, oh, you know, I really want to go independent, but I'm on maternity leave and I'm gonna have to go back soon. I don't want to go back. And now she's taken action. She's started to take steps. And that's what I want for all of you that are in this community, to take steps. So We Work Wednesday is all about that. It doesn't matter how small the step is. Every step. Hey, Maxine, thanks for joining. Every step that you take is towards your goal. It doesn't matter whether it's a phone call, whether it's writing a list, whether it's ticking off one or two things on your list, whether it's reading an article, whatever it is forms part and parcel of the big package, the big present that you are creating for yourself. And so I'm excited and I want to encourage you all to keep going. The title of this video I put is, can you have too much work? And I guess that's part and parcel of the action that you're taking, because what you'll find is when you start taking action, things will start to organically snowball for you and work will keep coming in. So I know that for myself, as time has gone on, and I've kind of done the work, I'm now in a position in the other part of my independent practice where I don't really need to market myself. I have solicitors coming to me all the time. I have people telling me that they were referred to me, and 9 times out of 10 that work will turn into something for me, which is brilliant. But that's because, hey Claire, thanks for joining. That's because I was doing the work consistently before, doing the marketing, building the relationships, all those sorts of things. Those things are important. The other thing in terms of can you have too much work is when you start getting that kind of influx, it's kind of like, gosh, it can feel overbearing and think like, oh my God, I've got all these pieces of work coming left and right. But then the thing to remember is you can take on as much or as little as you like. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing that being independent, you set the pace. So it's not like anything has been done to you or dumped on you. You can absolutely say, actually, I'm not really able to manage it anymore. I've got an influx. I'm oversubscribed this month. When I have done that, I have found that solicitors will be quite willing to ask me, well, when can you do it? And so sometimes I can defer work to the next month or even the following month, and they're quite willing to wait and happy to do that because they know my work and the quality of my work, and they trust that I'm going to provide an excellent report that's going to assist the case for their client. And when you get into that position, that's really good. So I would always encourage as well that whenever you get work, don't just turn it down. Think creatively about how you can defer it, so you've got pieces of work stacked up and waiting for you, which is always brilliant. Shelley asked, how long did it take you to find no longer needing to do so much marketing? It's helpful to hear goals and timelines to be expected. It depends, I would say, probably on the industry and the area that you're working in. When I say the industry, I mean, you know, whether you're working with solicitors or whether you're working with local authorities, that would differ. I would say that, I mean, I'm now 6 years independent, and I'd probably say it's been the last, I mean, I've always had people refer me, in fairness. So my very first piece of work in my first year with solicitors, they then referred me to their colleagues. So I can think of 2 solicitors I started with, and they referred me to their colleagues, and you know, it just spread then. And then there are particular firms that have got lots of different branches all over the UK, and I get calls and emails from them saying, oh, my colleague in such a branch recommended you. And so your name kind of gets out there. And I did a live about this, about building those relationships and how your reputation then kind of goes before you, and people will then find you, or people will come to you. You don't have to go to them to market yourself. So sorry, it keeps on doing this freeze, sorry. So I would say that I've always been recommended, but when I could really take my foot off the gas from marketing myself has probably been the past 3 years or so, about 2-3 years, I'd say. I kind of slowed it down, and now I just don't do anything around my work with solicitors. I don't do any real marketing at all. So yeah, it's weird. But a good thing. It's a good weird. Yeah, and I guess I mean, in my space, I guess I'm sitting here and I'm standing here and I'm thinking, well, it doesn't feel like it's been that long as to why I wouldn't be marketing myself. But actually, it's been 6 years, coming up 6 years now, which is a long time, isn't it? And I've worked with hundreds of families. I've helped well over 100 families between family and immigration law, assisting in a variety of ways. So yeah, I guess I've worked with a lot. So that's a lot of opportunities and experiences for solicitors to have seen my work. Hey Shelley, thanks for joining. And also I would say that it's not just solicitors that, like, I've had a solicitor say that oh, I got a call from I was working with a lady who's working with my client, and she's a psychologist, and she recommended you. And I was like, what's her name? And they gave me the name, and for the life of me, I don't know who the lady is. I don't know if we've ever crossed paths. Maybe she's thinking of somebody else. I don't know. But I was happy for the work, and the solicitors were very, very happy with my work. So yeah, all sorts of people recommend me to solicitors and stuff. And I get a lot of families just call me. I mean, I had that last week. A family phoned me saying that I was recommended to him. And he needs an immigration report, so I just gave him the process, and he's done that, and yeah, and they're hiring me. So yeah, I guess, you know, once you start building that momentum and you start doing that and you start working that way, I guess your people will find you, they will come to you. But it's been really clear about your messaging and stuff like that. So yeah, so I guess I just want to encourage you that, you know, whenever these Wednesdays come, whatever you've learned from the Tuesday, try to implement it. It might feel it's a bit haphazard, but it's just little nuts of the bolt that you're putting together, and it's little piece of the puzzle that you can create this picture for yourself when it's all said and done. And that's important. I mean, I know before I became fully independent, and before I kind of stopped making progress towards becoming independent, when I was in statutory, you know, I had a little folder. I had a business mentor. I was going to meetings. I think we did weekly meetings for a number of weeks. I had a little folder. You know, I was doing the little bits and pieces of work. And that helped when I then just became independent, because at least I'd done something, and I'd already done quite a lot of thinking around, you know, working for myself, what my vision was, what my goals, my aims were. You know, all those are really quite important things. So, you know, I'd encourage you, you know, when you're watching these videos, make notes, start implementing, and see what you can do. And as I said, save the date. The date for the launch is 29th of September. Prior to that, there will be there's going to be a whole, I guess, a launch party, if you like, over a series of days where I'm going to be teaching stuff and sharing in even more detail than I do here, and kind of sharing some of the content from the course. I'm not going to tell you too much, but yeah, so I'm going to give you the dates and kind of give you a schedule beforehand, so that you've got that information, but certainly give you the date. But the webinar will Sunday, September 26th, did I say, or 29th? I'm so tired at this point. I think I said 29th. September 29th, Sunday, September 29th. And there'll be some stuff happening before then. But I will keep you posted, of course. If you're not already on my email list, the email list is the place to be, because you're going to get blogs with the content and a lot of this information that I share in this group in more detail, and also with resources. So you'll note that I haven't been putting resources in here. That's because it goes to my mailing list. It's going to be going to my mailing list, and you'll get obviously, there are like over 200 people in this video, and most people don't get to see the videos for whatever reason. It's just the algorithms of Facebook, and so the videos go in also to my email list, and they just get additional information. They get information before you do in this group, and kind of special offers and stuff like that anywhere else. So if you're not already on the mailing list, I encourage you to join. All you've got to do is DM me or put a comment on, DM me just for confidentiality. DM me your email if you would like to join the mailing list, and I will add you to the mailing list. So yeah, what else is there? Networking event, July 30th, Tuesday, July 30th, in Holborn. Last month was brilliant. We had so much fun. I'm super excited and looking forward. I've had somebody else book a ticket yesterday. I think it was yesterday. So, tickets are limited because of the venue space. So I will put a cap on it at some point in terms of capacity for seating around the table and stuff like that. So get your ticket early if you are interested in coming. It's going to be a wonderful time. I'd love to meet some of you face to face. It will be wonderful to meet you. Deepen our friendship and relationship, and get to know you more and how I can help more. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've got any comments or questions, just drop it in the comments below. So thank you to Jamie for attending and joining, Shelley, Angela, Progress, Joan, our second Shelley, Maxine, thank you for joining, Claire. Thank you all. It was a pleasure having you listening in, and thank you so much for engaging and interacting. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Night, night.